Satterfield, and then we'll have players shortly after Coach is done.
How you doing? Hello.
When did you're at practice and you see that moment when you're like, yeah, Dylan's the guy?
There was a bunch of moments. I think throughout the competition, all the guys had really, had good days. There wasn't really a lot of bad days, but just the overall movement of the offense, the understanding of the offense, just the way that he operated the offense, I think, it was pretty clear that he was the guy.
You've worked with some really talented quarterbacks in the past. I mean, where does he stack up? Not only in just his physical talent, but his ability to take in information at such a young age.
Just his maturity at 18 years old. I think just his work ethic, his steadiness, his composure. I think that he's shown all those attributes at practice. I think he's got obviously an elite arm talent, and not just throwing the ball hard. That everybody can throw the ball hard, but he can place it where it needs to be, where he wants it to be. I think trying to. Some of the throws we're asking him to make, that's a big deal for us.
How different will your running game be this year, just knowing that the QB run game that we've seen in Nebraska won't be maybe as prevalent, and how important are the tailback runs going to be now moving forward?
It's huge because, the quarterback, they got to add extra hats in the box, and it's a whole different deal how you have to attack a quarterback running team. It's going to be more traditional. Our running backs are going to have to step up, but we still have Heinrich out there, and Heinrich can do a bunch of different things for us. And Heinrich's going to be out there on the field with Dylan a lot. And shoot, Heinrich's too athletic to be standing over there on the sideline holding a clipboard. So we can be creative and do a bunch of different things. So we can generate a run game by handing the ball off. We can put two quarterbacks in there. We can do a bunch of stuff.
I know you guys are familiar with the UTEP staff, but what are the challenges of getting ready for what you're going to see, and just an opener in general?
Yeah, the tough part is the staff came from Austin Peay, so you're watching Austin Peay film, not UTEP film. So, the guys have to really go back and watch UTEP from last year to see, the guys that they're going to be playing against, and they're not even running the scheme that we're going to go against on Saturday. So I think that's one hurdle we had to overcome, and then just it's a really good defense, good, very good defensive staff, very sound. They make you execute. They do some different things, give you different looks. So it'll be a challenge for sure.
What's the value having a freshman quarterback being able to play a home opener instead of going on the road?
I think it's huge. I mean, anytime you can play at home, especially in a place like this, I think it'll be good. Be exciting. Our guys have worked really hard, and I can't wait to it's going to be a celebration to go out there on Saturday and see all the hard work, see what happens.
How have you seen Dylan this week as you started to put a game plan in? How have you seen his intensity level? His if there's nerves, which would be maybe expected for a true freshman. How have you seen him attack this first experience?
Really, like he's attacked everything since he's started learning the offense. He attacks it. He works really hard. He works into the night. He meets with Glenn extra on certain facets of the game. He's a young pro. He's always going to get better, and there's still maturing that he's going to have to do. But he attacks it like a pro, and he stays there until he gets it right and gets it in his brain, and then he goes out there like today, and we go start learning how to execute those things.
How will you rotate those? Coach Rule listed 4 guys, number one. How do you go in with a plan to play 4 running backs if one guy maybe comes out hot over the other?
Yeah, if you get a guy that gets hot, we definitely would love to just let that guy go. All 4 of those guys are talented, but they need to separate themselves. They need to go out these first couple of weeks and separate themselves because I personally don't want to go through a season with 4 running backs. I want 1 or 2 guys that can go out there and carry the ball and pass protect and be physical and know and do their assignments very well. So hopefully 1 or 2 of those 4 start to separate themselves as the season begins.
Some of those true freshmen that popped up on the depth chart, Ja'Cory and Carter, how good do you feel about where they're at to get them involved even in the opener?
I feel great, but again, they're freshmen, so you're going out and you're playing a major college football game, 90,000 people. There's going to be mental things that they've never seen or done or even have the ability to prepare for until you get out there. So I understand there's going to be some ebbs and flows the first couple of games, but for young guys, 18-year-old guys to come in physically, and mentally do what we're asking them to do, they've done a really nice job of putting themselves in a position where we can give them the ball in certain situations.
I don't know if you can comment on this, but Mac Markway from LSU, I believe he's here and joining the team as a tight end. He's in your room. What Can you?
I found out about it yesterday. To be dead honest with you, since I found out he was here, I've researched him a little bit. He's a good player. Got a chance to do some things for us, as everything starts to take place. But, just showed up at school and here he is.
You'll take that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Available this year?
I don't know all that. I'm gonna let Coach Raiola address all those things on Thursday. I don't want to say something wrong.
You mentioned Heinrich not being on the sideline. You wanted to get him on the field. I don't know if you want to or can comment on this, but what is his game day kind of going to look like going forward?
Well, it's cool because he's going to have a quarterback. He's going to have 19 helmets on the sideline because he's going to have a quarterback helmet and then an extra quarterback helmet in case his wires go bad. And then when he's out there playing not as the primary green dot quarterback, then he'll have a normal helmet. So other than just making sure he's got the right helmet, he's just on call for whatever we ask him to do.
Anything else for Coach?
How much more do you feel like, you're a creative guy, everybody who's seen your offense over the years has noted that. How much more do you feel like is open to you as a play caller with the more experience and the different sizes of players that you have at the skill spots?
I think that, we can be as creative as we need to be, early on and moving forward throughout the season. But, there are some tools that we have, different body types, different, fast guys that can kind of run, guys that can take the top off of it, great ball skills, guys that can throw it, with laser point accuracy. Quarterbacks that are maybe not the starting quarterback, but super athletic and can catch the ball and can run the ball and can do all these different things. So we can be very, very, very creative, and I think we have to be. We got to make it fun. I think the Chiefs do an unbelievable job, obviously, because they've got one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game and one of the best tight ends to ever play the game. But they're able to go out there and just create some cool stuff, and I think that's kind of the trend, kind of the direction that we're wanting to go towards. It won't look like that early on, but as we grow throughout the season, you can be as creative as your players will allow, and they're going to allow us to be very creative.
I don't know that we're going to talk to Heinrich this week. So what was his immediate reaction when A, he's not going to be the starting quarterback, but B, that you guys have a lot of plans for him?
He understood it was a great competition. Very, all those guys respect each other and like each other and compete in the classroom with each other. His whole thing was just, I don't want to stand over there and hold a clipboard. Let me go play. And so we're going to find ways to get him in the game and be creative.
In terms of creating chunk plays, big explosive downfield plays, where do you feel the offense is in that area right now?
I think that's got to be, one of the big parts of our offense. I think, the way that we run the football, the way we ran it last year, the way that I think we can have a chance to run it this year. I think it's going to, open up some opportunities for people having to get extra guys in the box, which allows you to push the ball down the field.
Anything else?
Awesome. Thank you, guys.